Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are taking care of our level 35 armor quest. And to begin for that, we're going to need to pick up some supplies out of the Junkmonger at Memorin's trading post up in the Oakwood in Upper Lenosia. Let's see, today we're going to need a rusting scudum right here. And we're also going to want a dented salata, which I believe, yep, is a type of hat. Alright, now that we have both of those, let's get back to the Armorers Guild and get to work. Alright, hello Hananza, I am back for another armor quest. Are we still dealing with the asshole who thinks that training is pointless and only innate talent matters? Is he still being an issue? Forge Master Hananza wishes to assign you a new commission. Greetings, Satora. I hear word you bested Blancier in an armorer's contest of skill. An impressive feat and one of which you should be proud. But I'm afraid you've made a most troublesome enemy, for he is both persistent and vindictive. As you well know, I speak from bitter experience on that matter. Rather than dwell on this unpleasant rivalry, however, I would have you focus on your craft. Ready your hammer and pliers, Satora. There is much and more to do. Master Lingsath over at the Bismarck has commissioned a new steel fry pan, and as one might expect of the head of the Culinarian's Guild, he accepts only the finest of wares. Now, compared to pounding out thick protective plates of armor, cooking utensils, being generally smaller and lighter, require a somewhat more delicate touch. You must bring all of your concentration to bear, lest you risk ruining the entire piece with a single misplaced blow. In light of recent events, which have no doubt left your mind scattered, I believe a task that fully engages your faculties will prove beneficial. Let us not keep Master Lingsath waiting, Satora, to the forge with you. Alright, so we're getting a break from dealing with Blancier, that's nice. And we need to craft ourselves a steel fry pan from the new part of the crafting log. Alright then, it is going to take one steel plate and one oak lumber. But we can do that no problem. Let's get this crafted up and ready to go over to Lingsath. I'm sure he'll be quite pleased to see that we are both cooking and providing cooking utensils. Alright, Hananza, I hope this steel fry pan is up to snuff. Where is that fry pan, Satora? It is true that you are no longer some rank novice, but do not think your posterior safe from the toe of my boot if you choose to dither and dally. Don't worry, I've got your steel fry pan right here. Truly another consummate work. I can find no flaw with its weight or balance. It is not so heavy as to be a struggle to lift, yet it remains sturdy enough to endure the frantic pace of the Bismarck's kitchen. I trust at this juncture that you comprehend in full my earlier warning. To produce a fry pan of this quality would most certainly have required your undivided attention. And I can tell this item received just that. The consistency of the metal's thickness is all the evidence one needs. This type of precision should not be undervalued. In this case, should the fry pan be poorly forged, the heat of its cooking surface will be uneven, and such flaws are unacceptable to an exacting culinarian such as Master Lingsath. Yeah, even to a casual even to someone who just cooks their own food. Let me tell you, I've noticed recently some of my fry pans are not very good at keeping even heat, and it fucking sucks. Don't need to be a professional to catch on to that. Even the sturdiest of utensils, however, rarely last him more than a few seasons. It is a struggle to find armorers who can meet his demanding specifications when he turns to our guild for replacements. I had long intended to assign this commission to you, but your encounter with Blancier had me doubting your ability to concentrate. This is one of those rare occasions where I am happy to be proven wrong. Your uncompromising attention to detail continues to be an inspiration to your colleagues. And speaking of details, there is one that remains untended. Delivering this fry pan into Master Lingsath's hands. I trust you do not need directions of the Culinarian's Guild. Alright, let's go make that delivery to finish the quest, and then we can get started on our crafting log. There is a good chance we hit level 50, maybe not in this episode, but maybe when I'm doing... Maybe if I end up doing leave quests afterwards. Wait, nope, wrong way. I mean, we can go that way and just head straight north, but It'd be faster to take the Ethernet shard. Yeah, if I end up doing leave quests between episodes, there's a good chance we're hitting level 50 with armor, which is going to be very delightful. We're still a good ways from the end of A Realm Reborn, so... Between this and Fisher being well over level 50 at this point, yeah. We sure are having a great time with our crafters and gatherers. They gain levels so fast. You've come to deliver me a new fry pan, have you? I have indeed. Well now, ain't she a beauty? With this pan, I'll be able to whip up all sorts of dishes and not fret about burning the middle or undercooking the edges. You say this was your work. Only the Forge Master herself has ever been able to make utensils what I'd consider worthy of the Bismarck. Seems I've finally got me another craftswoman I can trust. You're welcome in me kitchen any time, lass. Linksath, do you not recognize me? Do you not recognize me in my armorer's gear? Even though it's really not that different from my Culinarian's gear. Ooh, nice, we got Waste Knot, so we can replace, we got Waste Knot 2, so we can replace Waste Knot with that. I'll keep Waste Knot on the hotbar just in case. But we shouldn't really need it. Okay, we can go ahead and do our armoring right here, I believe. It's fine, we don't need to be at the guild. No, I feel uncomfortable doing it out here. I feel self-conscious. Let's get over to the guild, and while we're heading over, where's some crafting food? Ah, baked soul. I can do that. Plus 10% control up to a max of 17. Alright, let's get to work. So, for armor today, we are going to need 188 fire shards. Oh, right. Disclaimer, as I'm listing shards, and I'm probably going to have to remember to say this every time we're doing armor. Whenever there's an overlap in recipes, it's typically, I use Teamcraft's calculations for how many shards you'll need. But whenever there is an overlap in recipes between multiple crafters, typically it'll be armor and blacksmith share recipes, but goldsmith also shares a couple. I believe it always defaults to assuming that you are going to be, it defaults to always assuming that you are going to be using blacksmith for all of the crafting. So it's going to lean on fire shards, where it should be leaning on ice shards more for armor. Just an important note I need to point out. So if you are following along and you don't have enough shards, try doing crafting on blacksmith. Typically is going to be the one that Teamcraft lists the shards for. Anyways, we need 188 fire shards approximately, approximately 143 ice shards, give or take between the two, 10 wind shards, 72 earth shards, 1 ice crystal, and 1 earth crystal. Once you have all of those, shouldn't be too hard to pick that many up, especially if you're staying caught up with leave quests. Let's see, what's the raw materials we need? At the tradecraft merchants at any of the 3 main city-states, we can buy a tallow candle, one of them. In Upper Lenosia, we need to buy 1 rusting scudum and 1 dented salata from the junkmonger. Technically we do need to get 4 electrum ore, but like I said in the blacksmithing episode, that is a level 43 gathering. That is outside of the scope of where we're at right now. So we're just gonna have to skip a recipe, and we'll come back to it later. In Western Thanlin, we need to mine up 2 tin ore, 44 iron ore, and 4 copper ore. In, let's see, South Thanlin, we'll do South Thanlin next. We need to mine up 99 mithril ore and 16 bomb ash. In Eastern Thanlin, we are going to need to mine up 6 alamin and hunt by Myotragus, Billies, and Nannies for 1 Aldgoat horn. And in the South Shroud, we need to use our botany for 3 oak logs for this steel fry pan that we're making, and mine up 1 earth rock. We can also fight Entelope does and stags for 3 Entelope horns. And finally, in the East Shroud, we're going to need to fight boars in the Bramble Patch for 6 boar hides. Alright, that's all the raw materials we need. So next up is going to be the pre-crafts. And for that, we're going to want to, as carpenter, make 1 oak lumber. As blacksmith or... Hang on, let me check real quick. We need to make 4 mithril rings. So we made 1, so we need to make 3 more. Okay, as blacksmith or armor, we need to make 2 bronze ingots. As blacksmith or armor, we need to make 4 iron ingots, 16 steel ingots, 1 steel rivet, 33 mithril ingots, 3 mithril rivets. So we can go ahead and take care of that right now since we're on mithril rivets. Alright, there's our first mithril rivet. Let's go ahead and quick craft the other 2. Alright, next up we'll need to make as armor 1 bronze plate, 1 iron plate, 6 steel plate, 4 mithril rings, which I believe we did just a moment ago. Yep, we need 4 of them in total. 13 mithril plates, which we can do right now. As goldsmith, we need to make 1 eye of earth. As a leather worker, 6 boar leather, and if you decide to go for the electrum ore, you can make 1 electrum ingot as goldsmith, but I'm not going to be taking care of that. Alright, there's only 14 recipes that are in this section of the crafting log. One of them we are not making for now because we need that electrum ingot, but that is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and finish those up off screen, and I will see everyone next time as I believe we are taking on our level 35 warrior quest. I will see everyone next time for that.